What's going on, Giants fans, and welcome. It has been reported over the bye week this year during the season, Joe Shane and Saquon Barkley sat down with Saquon Barkley's agent, and they got discussing towards a contract extension. Today, it came out after the press conference Brian Dable and Joe Shane had with the media today. It has come out reportedly that Saquon Barkley rejected a $12 million per year contract extension. Not sure the length, could be 3 or 4 years, but $12 million per. Saquon Barkley was asked by reporters after the Eagles game Saturday night if he wanted to be back in Giants blue. He said he would love to be back. He knows he's a free agent. He knows that he does not need to reset the running back market. He is realistic that he's been hurt the last couple seasons, even though this year he was mainly healthy for the most part of the season, and he had a tremendous year making the Pro Bowl and such. But he looks like he's wanting Christian McCaffrey money, which can exceed so much for as $16 million a season. Now, Joe Shane said today in his press conference he would love to have Saquon Barkley back. He's a great teammate, tremendous leader, tremendous person, and it's definitely culture fitting in this locker room. But the money needs to make sense. He has allocated a certain amount of money per positional group. He knows what the team needs. He knows what they're lacking. And he knows that there are other key free agents that he would like to restructure contracts with or re-sign, like Julian Love. Dexter Lawrence is going to need a contract extension. What do we do with Leonard Williams? What do we do with Kenny Golladay? And for the most important player, what are we doing with Daniel Jones? Now, the running back tag, franchise tag, is $10 million a season. Does it make sense to give Saquon Barkley that instead of signing him to a long-term extension? Saquon Barkley is 25, mind you. That is the prime years of a running back. It is all downhill from here unless you're guys like Adrian Peterson. For the most part, 27, 28 is when you start to see running backs' production decline. It happened to Le'Veon Bell. It happened to Larry Johnson. You remember the Chiefs' all-star running back. His career was short. It happens. They get beat up. It's a very, very brutal sport, and it's a very brutal position playing the running back position. Can Saquon Barkley really get any better than he is right now? That's exactly what you need to think about and what Joe Shane has probably been thinking about all season long. Superb talent. Don't get me wrong. I love Saquon. I rep him for everything. But exactly, you got to think. Can he get any better than he is right now? And the question of that is most likely no. He has reached his ceiling. Now, his ceiling could be for another 2 to 3 years, or it could be for another 3 to 4. But do you really want to tie up a lot of money into a running back in a position where, for the most part, if you have a good offensive line, you can find anyone to run behind it? The Giants proved that in both their Super Bowl years and the years after. Didn't matter who was the running back. You had a 7th-round running back in Bradshaw and a 4th in Jacobs. They ran fine behind the Giants' great O-line in those Super Bowl runs. The Giants don't have a good O-line right now, but it's getting better. Saquon Barkley proved that this year by having a tremendous season. The Giants were 4th in rushing ranked. That being said, again, I love Barkley, but for the amount of holes this team has and the amount of positions and spots they need to fill with superb talent, it just really does not make sense to go over more than $14 million a year for Barkley. And even that, I think it's too high. But if they can do what they can do with that money and still get some help, I would take it. My guess right now, prediction-wise, I give it a 50-50 shot of odds that Saquon Barkley will remain a New York Giant from the next season and on. It's just the tail of the tape. So running backs are replaceable, short shelf life. Barkley's been injury-prone. Yes, he had a good year, but we have other places that we need to spend this money. I'll give it up to you. In the comments section, give me your thoughts. Do you think Saquon Barkley should come back? At what price would you be willing the Giants to spend to retain his rights and services and remain a Big Blue and a G-Man? That's all I have for guys for tonight. Tomorrow, I will talk about Daniel Jones and what the Giants should do with his contract possibly coming up. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Then let's go G-Men.